Good morning. I tried to get the Velico turnover yesterday. I said I was going to another city and I had things to do there. I have things to do there. Like I went to open a women's gym there. I want to put a golf course there, and I have plans for an airsoft business as well. So I said I'd better get rolling on this now that I'm free. I'd better, make a run for Velico turnover and get started on this agenda. I said to myself, party's over here now. I'm time to go to work. So I was making a break for it. And I said to him, like, let me know when we're going now. Let me know when we're going. Must be going shortly. Must be going shortly. He said, yeah, we're going shortly. We're going shortly. Cool the jets. I said, grand. So he said to me here then yesterday morning, you ready to go? We'll go to Vicar Turnover. I said, well, I don't have the price of the train, like. I said, I don't have the price of the train. Yeah? Give me a fucking price of the train. He says, you don't need money. He says, you don't need money. And I says, that's true, I don't need money. And he said, for us to build something together, you must first believe in me. I said, fair enough, yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable, for us to build something together, I'd first have to believe in you. And he said, so if I tell you you don't need money, then you don't need money. And I said, that's fair enough, like, I don't need money. Let's fucking go. Let's go. And I went in and he said, you can only bring a small suitcase. And I said, that's grand, I'll just bring a small suitcase, cling to nothing. I'm not going to overburden myself with everything I've collected, as I said, being the big head bag. I wasn't going to bring the big head bag. I only need one pair of jeans, a couple of t-shirts, a few underpants, a few socks, my boxing mitts, toothbrush, nail clipper, and hair teeth and nails. So I packed up the small bag and I brought on the small bag and we went walking. He said, one foot in front of the other, I'll guide you one foot in front of the other. I said, grand, right, lead on. So then he was walking for a little bit and I said, this is back round towards the gym. And he says, yeah, do you not want to say goodbye? And I said, I don't my fucking hole. I said, none of that shit, go on. I said, let's get going, I said, go on, bring me to the train station. We're going to the train station. I'm definitely going to Vliga Turnova. That was grand. Then he brought me around the block again. And I says, I'd like to see you bring me around again. I said to him, I'd like to see you bring me around again. I said, it's just a matter of I have to focus. If I want to do what I want to do, I have to focus. If I'm going to control the nature of things, I have to focus. So I said, right. I said, I'd like to see you bring me around again. And this time I did focus. I said, right, I know where that is. I know that building there. And I know if I go straight down this road here, the train station is at the end of this road. So all I have to do is just make sure I hold this line, and I'll reach the train station. No matter what you say or don't say, I'll reach the train station. I said, I'm holding onto my steering wheel. As my mother says, even when the wheel comes off your car, just stay holding onto your steering wheel. So I said, grand, stayed going down this anyway. I got to the train station. I found the train station. I said, now I'm going to Vliga Turnova. I said, you said I don't need money. I said, I'm going to Vliga Turnova. He said, grand. He said, sit down, smoke a fag. I said, relax into this. And I said, grand. I said, down, smoke the fag. I said, right, relax into this. He said, I'm going to get you exactly where you need to go. I'm going to bring you exactly where you need to go. Just relax into it. I said, grand, deal. So he said, and his mouth fag went on. He says, through that door there. I said, grand, through that door there, which was next door, out onto the track. So I just sailed on straight through the first door, straight through the second door, out onto the track. No need for the bullshit, the tickets, nothing like that. So then the security guard started coming after me, started looking as if to say, what the fuck, But I didn't give much worry about him much. I just went down underneath. He said, get onto that train there. So I went to get onto the train. They told me to get onto, and these lads said, no, where the fuck you going? Leave that alone. You're not getting in there. I said, grand. Went down back under another train going east. I says, right, get this. He said, get on this train here. So I got onto this train. He said, right, sit down and relax. So I did. Sit down and relax. I wasn't a bit nervous, a bit worried or anything else. If he said I needed no money. So that was grand. Train started to take off then. I said, oh, that's great now. At least I'm on my way to Vliga Turnova. I'll be in Vliga Turnova by this evening. And the train was only out of the station when the ticket man came along. He opened the door and he said to me, no, bill it. I said, tell you the truth, mate, I don't have one. I don't have a ticket, like. And he said to me, no ticket, no ticket, no billet, no billet. I said, no, it's just cash. And I said, no, I don't have any cash either. And he says, well, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Vlica Turnova. And he said, this train is going to Varna. I said, well, I'm going to Varna then. And because that's how critical you have to think, and I immediately had to start adjusting my sails in order to accommodate Varna, because I said to myself, well, I'll go to Varna because I can stay in Yoho Hostel. Like, I won't need any money, because when he came and stayed in mine, he never gave me any money. So, well, it wasn't whether I needed money or not, he wasn't getting any money. I wasn't going to give him any money. But I was telling myself I can go and stay in Yoho Hostel in Varna. And that was grand anyway. Your man says to me, you know, have you been? And I said, mate, I tell you the truth, I didn't think I needed one. And he says, right, sat down then and he says, are you fucking crazy? I said, so he goes off anyway. I said, I'm being left alone. I'm off to Varna. I started making plans for Varna. That was grand then. Train pulled into a little station. He came back, I could hear him come back. He came back, right, get the fuck off, get off the fuck. I said, that's cool, that's grand. So I got off the fucking train anyway, and I had to sit there. I was sitting waiting for 6-1, right, what the fuck is that about? I said, what the fuck is that about? I said, like, are we going to Vlica Turnova? We're not going to Vlica Turnova. And I sat down anyway, started waiting on the other side of the track to get you ain't going the other way. I said, this time I'm going to hide in the toilets. So sitting on the bench anyway, waiting for the train to go the other way. And he just said to me, do you remember the train to China, Dave? I'm not going to tell you about the train to China, but basically I waited a ditch all night for a train to China. And trains came but never stopped. They were supposed to stop, and I couldn't get on the train to China, but the trains never stopped. And every time I saw a train coming, I said, surely this one. But they never stopped. And he says, do you remember the train to China, Dave? And I said, oh yeah. And I said, right, I'm going home. And I just picked up my stuff. And I had to walk back to this apartment. I had to walk home. Like, I was parched, dehydrated and tired, because I've been going all morning, walking. And he says to me on the way home, I bet you're glad you didn't bring the big bag. I says, yeah, fucking hell, man. Am I glad I didn't bring the big bag? Because that big bag would have killed me, lugging around all that baggage. I could have even brought the big bag and the backpack, and by Jesus, I would have suffered then. But all I had was a little suitcase traveling light. It didn't kill me to walk home, but if I was just saying, as he said, if I had to bring the big bag, it would have made the walk home very difficult. Yeah, so here I am, exactly where I need to be. He brought me exactly where I need to be. And now I just have to focus, as I said, nature is a catch and release system, and now I just have to focus on freeing myself, which, in order to do that, as the saying gladiator, entertain the crowd and win your freedom. So the best thing I can do is focus on it is within my control and make the best quality content that I possibly can for Change Your Body. And that means there has to be change in my body. I obviously has to, the proof is in the eating, isn't it? So I have to prove with my own body that there is change. There has to be change in me before I can say to you, before you can see any. But maybe someone will come and train, or maybe they won't come and train. Maybe people will train, maybe they won't train. But basically, I could give a fuck. I'm going to focus what is in my control, and that is make the best quality content that I can possibly make, completely undeterred by your fucking validations or anything else. Because if I'm doing my best, what does it fucking matter? What does your validation matter? I don't need your fucking validation or your bullshit. I won't say I don't need the money. But I don't need the money. But if he wants me to do what I'm supposed to do, he has to give me the money at some point. But if he had to give me the money, then I would have been in a better position to force life. But as it is, I'm cool. Like I'll just laugh at it and focus what is in my control. But I will tell you one thing: the gym here is a class above. It's next level. Like, the gym is next level. The fucking gym is next level. All my friends are here. The inner circle that I was going looking for, they're already here. All my friends are here. I was out drinking with them the night before. They're already here. My whole inner circle is here. All my friends are here. Like, I don't have to make a new inner circle. I have one. And as they say, well, as he said to me, we were walking back, and he said to me, can you hear the sound of one hand clapping? Can you hear the sound of one hand clapping? Can you hear the sound of one hand clapping? But then, like, I seen this little video before, you know, where the Buddhist monk says to your man, you know, I said, can you hear the sound of one hand clapping? Your man says, no, no. What is the sound of one hand clapping? And he goes, shh, slapped him across the face. He said, that's the sound of one hand clapping. And that is the sound of one hand clapping. But there is other ways, you know. There is other ways. But as I say, I'll just focus on what is in my control. And then maybe I can go to Fleek and Turnover and I won't be able to be controlled by anybody, because at some point, you have to be able to assess the situation and say to yourself, well, you don't want to be getting out of the frying pan and into the fire, because you don't want to be, you know, better the devil you know, better the devil you know. You know, you don't want to be, you know, you want to be mitigating the pressure from somewhere else. Like if you go somewhere else and you have a business half started where you're renting or something like that, you're in a terribly vulnerable position. You're in a terribly vulnerable position for somebody else to just take control. You know what I mean? For someone to say, this is my building, this is my. You know what I mean? You're in a terribly vulnerable position. And really, if you're going to build something like I'm building, you really want to be taking this into consideration and go in places where you can afford to buy the building. You have to, this is my building. And everybody else then can go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? And then you'd have alternative chance, but you have to mitigate the fucking consequences. You have to mitigate the consequences, but you absolutely don't want to be going anywhere, putting yourself in a compromising position. And the same with everything else. You want to be able to think about the compromising positions that you might be putting yourself in, because you don't want to work any harder to free yourself than you have to. That's very important. Like, let's not frustrate ourselves. Let's just relax into it. And focus on what is within our control. And this is to live in accordance with nature, in harmony with nature. But you know what I mean? Don't force life. Don't bang the drum, even though if you do look hard enough, I do bang the drum. But where am I banging the drum? I'll tell you what banging the drum is. Did you ever see monkeys getting caught? You go along to the edge of the forest and you bang the drum, and all the monkeys run out the far side, and the boys wait with the nuts and they catch all the monkeys. So that's another nature's paradox, is don't bang the drum. In other words, don't force life. You know, don't bang the drum like monkeys do. Don't bang the drum, but in another way you do bang the drum. If you want to catch the monkeys, you have to bang the drum. Right, that's enough today. Bye.